Hi guys, that's Gianpaolo Lorusso speaking for a new edition of the top 10 PPC news of the second week of the third week of December 2024. So what we are talking about today, Google Ads comes to gain performance market placements data, of course. Brand protection with target impression share or manual CPC. Selective brand block in Performance Max. I'll explain it. Negatives will arrive only in 2025 on the broad audience, of course. And of course, we are talking about Performance Max. Meta ads. 2024 statistics on paid social media in US and global sites. Creativity, freshness news section, and video metrics declining in Europe. Audience updated only if used. We'll see. LinkedIn latest 2024 news announcements, and some nice insights in Black Friday and Cyber Monday one versus the other. But let's start with some extra contents. The first one is by Enrico Pavan, enricopavan.com. Unfortunately, it's only in Italian, but you can translate it, of course. And he's explaining how to set the cookie consent for clarity, which will be required in Europe starting from 2025, sorry. And another extra content is by Josh Silverbauer on, again, Clarity, which is the free tool to record sessions, user sessions, which will have direct connections, direct integrations with Google Ads. So it's interesting for optimizing our landing pages. A post by Anu Adegbola on searchengineland.com. And we have also the confirmation by Ginny Marvin. Google is testing double ad serving, which they averted since the beginning of AdWorld before Google Ads. So I simply no comment this news. Peter Quadrell on LinkedIn.com has a very nice example of inter-channel contribution of one campaign to another channel with incremental sales. In this case, from Facebook to Amazon sales. It's a very nice read. The last extra content is by Nava Hopkins on searchengineland.com, and she's explaining what she will continue to test in 2025 and 4 tactics, something nice to test in our accounts too. But let's start with the news number 10. Oh, I forgot to. Oh, sorry. News number 10. LinkedIn has announced the final updates for 2024. The companies which have interacted with our ads. It's a new insight panel on our business manager, campaign manager, sorry. Data-driven attribution extended to all advertisers, some new measurement insights, and finally, qualified leads optimization via the CRM, of course, CRM integration to get back to LinkedIn data about quality of leads. News number 9. Google Google has announced that brand guidelines at campaign level in Performance Max, which shall take over assets, brand assets in asset groups. So nothing really changing outside from what the users will see in our ads, but it's easier to set brand appearance, so the name of the company and the logo, once for all group assets in our Performance Maxes. News number 8. John Loomer has done an interesting experiment. He found in a remarketing campaign a lot of new users, and so he asked why. And he found that probably if you are not using an audience for a while, Facebook and Google, Meta will simply stop updating it. So this could be quite upsetting for your remarketing campaigns, and be careful, be aware of this. News number 7. On optimizer.com, Frederick Wallace is comparing Black Friday and Cyber Monday results, global ones, and the ones coming from Google Ads campaigns. So if on a global sides, Cyber Monday is usually prevailing on Black Friday, if you consider only Google Ads sales, it's the contrary, and it's an interesting post. Have a look to this data. News number 6. Google is finally releasing very softly and very slowly negative keywords for Performance Max campaigns. So there is already an help page, but they are releasing it. They will be probably releasing it globally in the early 2025, while they said before it was within 2024. So I think it's one of the most looked after innovations in Performance Max, but they are delaying it again. No comment on that. News number 5, which are two actually, by LinkedIn, by Brian Vadalallon on LinkedIn.com. The first one is on a new menu in Business Manager, in Ads Manager. It's about creative freshness. So Facebook, Meta wants us to really be aware of the importance of changing our creatives as fast as possible, the much as possible, and it's a way of doing it. Again, Brian Vadalallon on LinkedIn.com is explaining why probably video-related metrics will be declining in the next months in Europe, and it's of course due to the new subscription tiers and constant data, constant releases by users. News number 4. Mike Ryan on LinkedIn.com is explaining that it's among the first who spot the new test run by Google, in which they allow the exclusion of brand list blocks only for feeds, for shopping feeds in Performance Max campaign. And that could be quite useful in some cases, which Mike explains here in this post very well. News number 3, the podium, which actually are two. The first is by socialmediatoday.com. Andrew Hutchinson was shared an infographic on the sides of paid media advertising in social, Facebook and Instagram. So Meta is more or less 65% of the total budget, and then all the rest. But within the same content, there is a link to Sensor Tower State of Digital Advertising 2024 report, which is very nice. It's a lot of data, global ones, because the first article is only on US market. So here you will find a lot of data on ad spend in social all over the world. So that's interesting to know, to see. News number 2, silver medal. Ruben on LinkedIn.com is explaining how they are protecting brands in search campaigns. The options, the best options, besides the automatic ones, which are going to inflate tremendously costs per click, are target impression share and manual CPC, but with rules connected to the impression share. So it is, and Ruben, of course, is saying that 9 out of 10 cases, this last option, manual CPC plus rules to increase and decrease budget connected to the impression share, is resulting the best ones, and even enhanced CPC, which is going to be retired in March 2025, in favor of manual CPC, this way can be a solution to the fact that enhanced CPC will not be available any longer. But the first and most important news of the last week is, or better, the fact that placements are back in available data via scripts, and so both Microdes, which is with this famous Performance Max inside script, is going to use it, and both Nils Royman has done a script to suggest placements exclusions quite automatically. You can copy and exclude them. So it's a very nice news that Google has graciously decided to let us know where our ads are going around with Performance Max campaigns. Unfortunately, they are only letting us know impressions data, so nothing else, but that's better than nothing. That's all for this edition. If I forgot something, please comment and I will see next week. May the ROI be with you, and ciao!